Speaker, I have a messenger from the Senate at the door of the House.
Admit the messenger.
Mr. Speaker, I'm directed by the Senate to inform the House that the Senate has taken the following action. The Senate has passed the following measures. SB 1, Betancourt, relating to a reduction in the maximum compressed tax rate of a school district and additional state aid for certain school districts impacted by compression. An increase in the amount of certain exemptions from ad valorem taxation by a school district applicable to resident homesteads. An adjustment in the amount of the limitation on school district ad valorem taxes imposed on the residents' homesteads of the elderly or disabled to reflect increases in the exemption amounts and the protection of school districts against the resulting loss in local revenue. SJR 1, Betancourt, proposing a constitutional amendment to increase the amount of the exemption from ad valorem taxation by a school district applicable to resident homesteads, to adjust the amount of the limitation on the school district ad valorem taxes imposed on the resident homesteads of the elderly or disabled to reflect increases in certain exemption amounts and to accept certain appropriations to pay for the school district ad valorem tax relief from the constitutional limitation on the rate of growth of appropriations. Respectfully, Patsy Spaw, Secretary of the Senate.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Guerin, for what purpose?
Mr. Speaker, parliamentary inquiry.
Please state your inquiry.
I just heard the Senate messenger read the captions of the two Senate measures passed by the Senate today, and I think I heard that these measures contain provisions relating to resident homestead exemption. Is that subject matter germane to the governor's call?
The governor's call is expressly limited to cutting property taxes solely by reducing the school district maximum compressed tax rate.
Mr. Speaker,
SB 1 and SJR 1 are not germane to the governor's call.
Mr. Speaker, parliamentary inquiry.
Please state your inquiry.
Mr. Speaker, what are the next steps in the House for SB 1 and SJR 1?
Pursuant to the explanatory note on pages 177 and 178 of the House Rules Manual and the practice followed during the called sessions of the 87th Legislature, the House will strictly follow the provisions of the Constitution under which the Speaker reviews all bills filed with the Chief Clerk or coming from the Senate to determine if the subject matter has been submitted by the Governor and admits to first reading only those measures that are covered. SB 1 and SJR 1, therefore, will not be referred to a House committee.
Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Guerin.
Mr. Speaker, I move that this exchange be reduced to writing and entered in the journal.
Members, you heard the motion. Objection. Chair hears none, so ordered.